Well, Gatoh Move Pro Wrestling with their latest ChocoPro event continues on with day two, one of a kind tag league. And of course, we already had day one. Now, in day two, we're going to have two more matches coming from the A block and the B block. So, who advances, who is now currently in the lead, we'll find out. But also, we'll throw in a ice ribbon event that took place about back in March, and some interesting news is coming about Minoru Suzuki and, of course, Meiko Satomura. Right now, let's get started with another episode of the Leader Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Welcome, everybody, to the Leader Wrestle Zone. All things that it's pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I'm your host, Jay, right here. So let's begin with, of course, continuing on with more of Gatoh Move's ChocoPro event with one of a kind tag league. This is day two. So we only had two matches, one from the A block and the other from the B block. So let's go with the B block right now. We have the Egg Tarts. Once again, Che Koishikawa and Hagane Shinoe taking on White Komanase, consistent of Antonia Honda and Tokiko Kirihara. Now, this was a bit of a comedic event because recently Antonio Honda has been showing up with the guitar doing little lullabies because that's what he's been doing. It was a fun match, don't get me wrong, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. And of course, anything could have happened, but my money was on the Egg Tarts because they're a fun group, and also Che is in fact all energy, and that's what I like about her. And somehow it was Hanage who picked up the victory for his team, advancing with 2 points in the in their respective blocks. So we'll get to the point system in a bit. Now let's go to the B block. We have Dragon Ninja consisting of Chon, Shiru, and Saruyi, taking on my favorite tag team in Gatoh Moves, the Best Bros, Mei Shiruga and Valiant Aki. Fun match as always. I love the Best Bros. This is one of those matches that I enjoy. But however, it was ended in a very impressive victory, all thanks to Valiant Aki. Now keep in mind, last time in day one, they only gained 1 point because the match ended in a time limit draw, and they get 2 points. Now let's get to the point system. Let's start with the A block. Best Bros had so far one draw and, and one win with a consistent of 3 points. Tropico Wide, they only had one draw, no other matches after that, but we'll see them soon. Dragon Ninja, they two, only had one loss at the moment. They started today, and of course Wasayo Anaki, they haven't started yet, but we'll be seeing them soon. Now let's go to B block. The Egg Tarts has one loss and one win. Mi Sayaka, they currently don't have any matches coming up. That will be in the next episode. And of course, Melt Brain, they only have 2 points. So right now, the only team that right now we only have two teams in the B block that has 2 points, which is the max, the the highest at the moment. But in the A block, we only have the Best Bros. So we're gonna see what's gonna take place in the upcoming weeks with one of a kind tag league on ChocoPro. I'm excited to see how far they go, and if the winner consistent of getting a shot of the Asian Dream Tag Team titles, that'll be it. But if the Best Bros win the match, they could decide who will be their opponents in the upcoming future. And I just hope it's the best bros that go all the way. So let's move on with Ice Ribbon. Well, we're in Ice Ribbon right now. This is their event that took place this past April, not March, my bad. It was on April 29th. This one is called New Ice Ribbon number 1112. Spring is short, fight girl. Now, there's at least three championship matches and a special match involved. So let's go from the start to finish on this one. First match is a six-woman tag team match. We got Nao Ishikawa teaming with Ram Kaichoi and Tekla taking on Yappy, Bani Oikawa, and Hamuko Hoshi. This match was really interesting because I don't recall seeing Ram or Tekla ever working together because I know they're in different styles, but it worked. It seemed like it was able. But the way I saw it in the end, it was Tekla who picked up the victory for her team, and I think the Now and Ram are were happy with the how the result of the match. Excuse me. Next match we have is a three-way match. We have Miku Onoi, Totoro Satsuki, and Ibuki Hoshi. Also a good match. It was like a very intense one because I have seen Totoro Satsuki many times how she wrestles. She's a tough one, but however, it was Ibuki Hoshi who pulled off the victory for her team, for herself, and it was a great one. Next match we have is a four-way match. We have Akane Fujita, Mochi Miyagi, Rina Yamashita, and Risa Serra. It was a good match, but however, they ended up in a big comedic match. Everybody except for Rina showed up in baseball jerseys. Now, they're not wearing jerseys from the MLW. We're talking about the Japanese Baseball League. And at the end of the match, it turned into a baseball set, kind of like you see with the Harlem Globetrotters when they go from basketball to football. It kind of fits like that. But the referee called the match saying no contest. So I thought it was really fun, but it ended that way. Next match is for the Triangle Ribbon Championship match. Now, this one was a very special one to watch because the two challengers and the champion, they're part of a faction called Joint Army. We have Taehana, Sherry, and Matsuya Uno. This was a very good match because it showed Joint Army are not afraid to compete against each other. And I have to say it played out pretty well the way I would have imagined. So I give kudos how this match was playing. It was one of the most interesting ones to watch. But however, somehow Matsuya 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 actually retained the title, did not lose it, but we'll see who'll be down the line to challenge her for this title. Next match is the third match for the Suzu Suzuki Hardcore Determination 7 match series. This is her third match, and she's facing Masashi Takeda. This one was also good too because uh, excuse me. Suzu has been determined to play the hardcore rule type, but however, she was still not good enough to beat Takeda. But however, in post match, it was revealed her next opponent is going to be Jun Kasai, and I'm like, oh boy, she's in for a rough one. So basically, I don't know how she'll survive this one, but we'll see where we go from there. Next match, we have the International Ribbon Tag Team titles. We have challengers Iragi Karumi and Hiroyo Matsumoto versus the Rebel X Army, Rebel X Enemy, Maika Ozaki and Maya Yukihi, who are the champions. Also, this one was a good match. But the way I was observing, many people always, I heard stories about Hiroyo Matsumoto, who's a veteran in the game, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. And I think many fans probably were hoping that she wins these titles, you know. But it was a good match. But however, it was whoa, Higari who actually picked up the victory, winning the tag titles for her team, dethroning Rebel X Enemy once and for all. And I thought it was a pretty good one to show that they are becoming a tough team to not be ignored. Now, the main event is for the Ice Infinity Championship between Tsukushi Aruka and, of course, Tsukasa Fujimoto. Also, another good match because these two women are champions in their own right. Fujimoto is from Ice Ribbon, but what's her name? Sugashi? I think that's her. Now, Aruka, she's originally from either Princess Diana or Agres Girls or which one of the ones? I think that's one of the two. But yeah, but I have to say Fujimoto picked up a good victory, determining to retain the title. That's what I like about her. She is a fighting champion. So I think that's pretty much it what we got with Ice Ribbon. Let's go on with the news update right now. Well, as you know, recently we talked about the recent releases of WWE wrestlers. Some wrestlers are now explaining they were thankful to fans who reached out saying if they were okay. Um, One particular person, Ari Davari, I didn't know this. He's close friends with Top Flight, and he congratulated them this late. Some people are questioning was he not allowed to congratulate them because they're with AEW. Maybe we're getting more side to what we don't know. If that's the case, then they made a lot of sense. Now for the final one I'm going to review. This one just was came around from the Instagram page of Lucha Libre Online. It was they're saying they confirmed that Minoru Suzuki is moving to the UK because this was a bit of a surprise to me. I don't know if it's 100% true. If it is, then I give him props for that. It turns out that Minoru Suzuki has been dating the current NXT UK Women's Champion, Meiko Satomura. I'm like, what? I didn't know that, but it would make sense why he's moving to the UK. But some of you probably question Meiko's decision to wrestle in the UK. Why there? There's a reason why. Meiko Satomura made a name for herself in the UK. It would make a lot of sense for her to go there. And why not? I mean, look, she could have gone to the one in Florida, but she didn't. She's gonna stay right there, go to that one because she's more familiarized with the UK, and I think many fans and many um, of the wrestlers down in that scene will like that. So, but I know some of you probably would be skeptical about it. Why we haven't heard anything about they were dating? Many of the Japanese wrestlers keep their personal lives private, and that kind of fits in everything. That's how it goes. Basically, they don't talk about it unless if they want to. That depends on them. So, I think that's pretty much it with the news updates at this point. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Me reviewing day 2 of Gatoh Move's ChocoPro One of a Kind Tag League, day 2, and of course, Ice Ribbon. Coming up, we have AEW Elevation, more on Gatoh Move ChocoPro events with the One of a Kind Tag League, and I'll add in one or two more reviews. Um, I won't. I'll let you guys know which ones are these. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next DWZ time, same DWZ channel. I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye, and have a nice day. Bang.